My name is Colin McAteer. My background is I come from a family who's been in the funeral business for 70 years. It was like most family businesses in Ireland, they get passed on or you get asked to give a hand here and there, and suddenly you're out front, you're more or less running the business. I've always had a thing about the funeral business. It's always something that I've really been attached to or attracted to, generally due to the fact that you're helping people, especially in a rural community in Donegal, because you know all the people that you're involved with. So it's a little bit different from maybe what city undertakers and big town undertakers experience. I've always said that we do funerals very, very well in Ireland. An Irish wake involves taking the person home. Once they've been through the funeral director process and leaving them at home while their family and friends and neighbours come in to talk to the family about the person that's deceased. It can involve a lot of storytelling. It can involve a lot of dancing sometimes, laughing, certainly a lot of laughing. Sadness when there's people are remembering the good times that get sad because they won't have them anymore. But it's a very supportive thing for the community, and after 2 to 3 days you then proceed with the funeral and remove the person from the home to your chapel or your church or their final place of rest. Well, there would be different. No matter what part of Ireland you go to, there's different customs, there's different traditions in the wake and on how funerals work. Certainly in rural Ireland, it's still all about getting the person home. That has changed a little bit in the cities, where people go to a funeral home now and you meet the family there. But certainly since our family started, we were actually asked to start funeral directing because we supplied the coffins to the families before there was a funeral director. The families used to buy the coffin, it used to come flat pack, put it together themselves. The nurse used to dress the deceased, place them into the coffin, and they would wait there a couple of days until the horse and carriage came to take them to the graveyard or to the church. Once the automated vehicles came out, the hearses and the horses became a thing of the past, that's when the funeral business started to, I suppose, get a bit more professional and started to do all of the funeral rather than just providing the coffin. A number of years ago, with the downturn in the economy, and I suppose everybody was trying to live a greener life, I had this thought in my head, well, why not die? Why not be greener when we die? One thing that always sort of set in with me, or something that sort of always appealed to me and appealed to others, and you heard people talking about, was why not just bury me underneath that tree out there? It seemed too simple. It seemed like completely logical. So we started looking at the area, we found some ground, we applied for a planning permission. I don't think the council was sure what to do with this, in all fairness, but with a little bit of negotiation that we opened Ireland's first natural burial ground, which is a 7-acre field in County Wexford, or what used to be quite a stale spruce pine forest with no wildlife in it. There's now a buzz with butterflies, with wildflowers, with young growing trees. And we even get the odd deer popping in to say hello. The green idea is something that's really taken on. When we opened up the natural burial ground, we also looked at what was being used in terms of coffins. What was being used was a lot of MDF, a lot of chipboard, a lot of plastic handles, a lot of varnishes, basically anything that wasn't environmentally friendly. We looked at that aspect of it as well, and we changed the product type and started developing willow coffins and more environmentally sustainable coffins. It's still a generational thing. We're not going to get all the older generation who I suppose have seen things done the way they've been done for hundreds of years. but certainly more and more people are choosing products that are environmentally friendly, as well as choosing the environmentally friendly graveyard. In other parts of Ireland now, other people are starting to look at the graveyard thinking, do you know what, that's quite a good idea. It's happening all over the UK. There's a lot more sites in the UK, there's a lot more sites in America. It's something that's really coming on board. People are interested. Maybe from the terms of the fact that it's softer and it's nicer and it's not as cold. But at the back of it all, there's not many environmentally friendly things that you can do that actually don't cost more than what the alternative is. I suppose in terms of the graveyards, we have a very unique situation in Ireland, and it's to do with our planning laws here. Because there's still a vast majority of the population still live in rural Ireland, or are first or second generation out of rural Ireland. There's still demand for a lot of one-off houses in rural Ireland. This is a detrimental effect when you're looking for a potential place for a natural graveyard, due to the fact that a lot of the sites that would be potential houses now built on them, they have a potential site value, which negates the sort of income that you can derive off the site, off the potential site. In other countries like the UK, it's not the same way. Their planning laws dictate more that they stay within village boundaries and stuff like that there, so the ground isn't as valuable outside of the town or the urban areas. I suppose we've been very lucky in that aspect. There's a morbid fascination in Ireland with anything to do with death, and I think it's partially because we do death so well that anything new attracts a huge amount of media attention. There's a whole lot of ways that things can improve, and I hope that we can improve gradually as we go, but retain that sense of what an Irishman was. I was once asked by a politician outside a church, "Young McAteer, who's dead today?" And I told him the name of the person. Oh, he says, "I better go inside then," so.